Welcome back. I got another first timer on GBGuns, Citadel. These are from Legacy Sports, 1911 in their Madagascar finish. Coming up next on GBGuns. So I have never handled one of these before. Only seen them. Look at that finish. This is what they call Madagascar. It's kind of reminiscent of the Damascus steel. Very handsome looking gun. Show clear. I want to show you what else comes in the box. Up top we have a second magazine, and yes, this is 9mm, so you're getting 10+1 rounds. Does not say where they're made, but they have a nice finish. Follower does not tilt. 9mm 1911s are quite often problematic, and it's usually magazine related. So we'll see how these magazines run. We also have a variety of magazines from Gun Mag Warehouse that will run through the gun to see what works and doesn't work. I have a set of rather plain grips. I think these red grips are definitely prettier. Although, that works too. Interesting, but these have a nicer texture. We got a cable lock, and the inspection round fired, and dates, etc. From Arms Corps ATI, Arms Corps International, also known as Rock Island. That's what I was thinking of. I did notice, interesting in here, the rifling is 1 in 16 right hand, with 8 lands and grooves. Typically 9mm is 1 in 10 right hand twist. Curious to see with the 1 in 16 if that's going to have any difference in ammo preference. Of course, we'll see that when we get to our What's for Dinner test. And here's the user manual. Nice large font. No photos. So they're assuming if you're getting this that it's probably not your first 1911. Let's get the case out of the way and take a look at this beautiful gun. So mag pops out nice and positively. I gotta say the controls on this are superbly fit. Look at that click. Yes, it is an anti-safety. I'm getting it from the other side, but nice, positive, clean click for safe and off. Just overall initial impressions are that this has incredible fit and finish. We'll take a look around the gun. I have a little bit of side to side, frame to slide, but the barrel is locked up good and tight in there. Almost no play on the barrel hood. It's excellent. We have front serrations for doing press checks, dovetailed sights, no dot sights, solid black beam, standard dust cover without rail, but all of the edges on this are nice and rounded and smooth. Textured trigger that is adjustable. Front strap is smooth. Slight beveling cut to the magazine well. Nice checkered mainspring housing, no lanyard loop to worry about, and a slightly extended grip safety, an extended beaver tail, skeletonized hammer. Slide to frame fit on the rear is, I've got to say, probably the tightest I've seen. That is really tight, nice and smooth. What some of the connoisseurs like to look for is how smooth or how well blended the slide to frame interface is there. And it is smooth. There's our sight picture. And coming around the right side of the gun, we do have a safety for lefties, mag release, however, is going to remain on the other side. But that is just a handsome gun. It's good looking. I was honestly not expecting this. I didn't know with the Madagascar finish how it was actually going to come out, and it's nice two-tone gray. See how the trigger feels. And this appears to be a 70 series, meaning it does not have the extra internal safety, which purists prefer because it lends to have a better trigger. Got our take up to a wall and break. Very short, quick, single action like a 1911 should be. We'll check our reset. Short and right to the wall again. Excellent trigger. This is impressive. Next, we'll field strip and take a look inside the gun. So with a full-length guide rod, as this gun has, you can see it sticking out there, this disassembly can be a little trickier. We're going to want to push down on the edge of this here to rotate our barrel bushing, which is on there tight. There we go. And ease pressure. There we go. Leave that out. Now with that out of the way, we're going to move the slide back until this rounded cutout here is over our slide stop. Push on the pin from the other side. Pops out. Pull it straight out, and now your slide can come off the frame. Get our guide rod and spring out. Take the spring up front, guide rod up the back. Then you want to make sure that your link is forward and the barrel can unlock and slide out the front once we get this bushing out of the way. That's a snug fit. And now our barrel's out. So first, looking inside the slide, it's very nicely machined. And you can see the Cerakote goes, or whatever they use to apply this color, inside as well. Gun's rather dry. I might add a little bit of oil before shooting. Stainless steel full-length guide rod. Looking at our frame. Also all nice machining. And the feed ramp is part of the barrel, so there's none in the frame on this gun. Slightly polished, it's even got a bit of a sharp edge to it. It does indeed have more lands and grooves than standard. That's interesting. We'll check chamber support. As always, using our nozzle match. Please, you're not familiar, chamber support helps make sure that if there's ever a problem with the brass, that the explosion continues moving forward and down the barrel, not back into the gun. And we can see it is a snug fit. So just dropping it, it rests a little high, but it's able to push in. So very tight. And as expected, we do have a little bit of exposed brass past that shoulder, if you will, on the bottom of the feed ramp. That's pretty much to be expected with designs like this. But yeah, like I can't shake the round out. That is snug. So that could lend itself to some incredible accuracy. It might also result in this gun being a little pickier on ammo and on magazines, because if it doesn't feed right, if it doesn't feed just right, it may not want to get to its home. I'm going to wipe this thing down to get a little oil on it before reassembling, and when we get it out to the range, we'll do a multi-mag within reason. I do have, like I said, a small variety of 9mm 1911 mags from Gun Mag Warehouse. They aren't, however, all branded, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So it'll be difficult to tell which ones worked and which ones didn't. We will also do our What's for Dinner test, which should be really interesting with how snug this gun fits, to see what this gun will chamber and cycle and what it won't. And then of course you'll have opinions from myself, and then at least one of Burgundy Bomber or Maddie AR out there with us. We'll use the nozzler match for some groups at 7 yards and see how this guy performs, and it is really nicely put together. As I said in the beginning, I had yet to really handle any legacy 1911s. It appears that they are made by Rock Island, who I know to make good guns. But dare I say, this one seems to be maybe a little nicer than your standard Rock Island, which could be interesting. Reassembly is going to be the reverse. We'll get a barrel back in there. Our bushing started. The link down. Guide rod in there. When it came out, there we go. And get the spring started. I like these non-captured springs because, well, for one, recoil springs do need to be replaced from time to time on 1911s, but also it makes it very easy to change them if you decide you want a stronger or weaker spring depending on the ammunition that you like to use. So we'll get all that sliding back together. Through the window for that link. Link is dropped down. So we'll start our pin. Move the slide back so that window is lined up again. And then drive our pin the rest of the way through. I'm always nervous about leaving the idiot scratch, they call it. There we go. Now we can put our cap on. Oops, we need to turn this guy the other way. Do the spring, drive that cap, and rotate the bushing. Need something a little firmer than my fingers for it. Ooh, that is nice and smooth. That little bit of oil certainly helped. This should be a good shooter. I'm looking forward to this. Let me know if you've had any experience with the Citadel guns. This is one of their 3 nicer finished ones that they offer, and I think it's really handsome. Looking forward to seeing how it runs with these mags and a variety of ammunition, both range use and defensive use. Thanks for watching.